What is good, everyone? My name is Tatsumi, back again for another Grand Summoners video. So the moment that we've all been waiting for is finally here, and the Tensura Collab is about to take the Grand Summoners by the storm. And today we're ranking the best of the best from this epic crossover. But of course, we have a lot of good units that you can probably like it, or you might probably love it. So from the ruthless demon lord Rimuru to the mighty Sean, and we've got some serious powerful units coming into the game. But who truly deserves the top spots, and who will dominate the challenges for the future of the current summoners, and who might need a little extra love or your favorite unit. So we'll be ranking all the new characters from the Tensura collab, breaking down their strengths and weaknesses and how they really fit into your team. So whether you're a new player or a seasoned summoners, you'll want to know which unit will give you the upper hand. So since I already are here and we're already done with the intro, and yeah, let's go ahead and start with the tier list. Okay, so first let's go ahead and start with the old Tensura units. So we got Rimuru here, we got Milim and Benimaru. So I'll be ranking them based on my opinion and based with my 5 friends that I have discussed with the tier list. So I'll be showing you guys what are the best units that you can possibly pull, or if you have any, or if you have already build your PT for the slime, and this is going to be the best time for you to make your decision on which unit that you might probably go into PT, or maybe you're lucky that you're going to pull some of the best characters in the game. So let's start with Benimaru. Alright, since this is already old units, but I would rank him at C tier. It's just that it's already old unit and there are better units that you could possibly focus on, especially we already have all the ascended unit, but Benimaru can still do his job by a magical attacker with some with a fire resistance debuff to the enemy, which is really good. So yeah, that's it for Benimaru. So I will not focus on these old units. I will just going to rank them. So Milim possibly going to be a C tier, but I'm put Milim in D tier for now. But Milim is going to be the best, strongest attacker for the entire Tensura, because she can solo Ganon. If you haven't, if you haven't clear Ganon, then she can solo. It's just that she is just for Ganon and some other bosses, but most of the time she was nerfed. She was nerfed from not her abilities, but nerfed from the other bosses that we know right now, because most of the bosses right now are immune to damage reflections and skill gauge reduction, something like that. So I would rank Milim at C tier, but she can possibly C, but for now I would rank Milim as a D tier. And the next one is our best unit for the Grand Summoners. He is still this human form Rimuru. He is still one of the craziest units in the game that can heal, that can cleanse, that can block status ailments from the enemies, and also give your ally stats up, which is really incredibly insane. I am still using him as my support attacker in a Dungeon of Trials floor 31, which is really helpful. He has the best unique abilities in the entire game. Alright, so next spot is Sean. So Sean can be a B tier, but I would place Sean and C tier. Sean only does is getting her damage up by using her true art, and with that can also increase with her accuracy buff, which is really good for bosses with high evasion rate. And since Sean does only a damage and doesn't provide any other buff from the team, so she is really the C tier. So this Milim could be a C tier, but I would place her at B tier because she is one of the support for the fire team that can increase your allies crit rate and also give some arch gen to your units, and yeah, with the passive ability that can also support fire units. She could be actually an A tier, but since this Milim is only focuses on on fire units, so I will place her on the B tier. Alright, so Santa Rimuru here. Santa Rimuru is actually going to be your magic buff for your entire team, with a equipment cooldown reduction in her kit, which is really good, but I would recommend this Santa Rimuru here to be on the best spot, possibly B tier, because there is already a lot of units nowadays that you can replace her, but you don't have any buffer on your team for magic teams, then this Santa Rimuru could be possibly an A, but for now I would rank him as a B tier. So of course we have our Samurai Rimuru as well for the dark units. This Samurai Rimuru here is actually good, that could perform both physical and also with a insane arts gauge with using his skill. But I would rank him as a B tier as well, because Samurai Rimuru can still perform. It's just that his animation is really insanely long. Consider that 2 art animation will actually last up to 7 seconds, which is really high. So I would probably make him at the least for the list of B tier. Alright, so we're done with the light Milim with this New Year Milim. So this light Milim could be a C tier, but I would place this Milim as a D tier for now, because this Milim is only good for nukes, especially for light units. Because if you have Saitama or something, she can be your best best unit for a light nukes. But since she is only good for nukes and that's all, I would D tier for now. Okay, so we're now down with the ascended units here. We only have 2, 4, 6, 7. So 7 units for the ascended units of the Tensura units. Alright, so we're down with Diablo. Diablo could probably be your best support attacker for your dark team. And not only for dark team, he can also provide a blind to the enemy, which is really good, but at some point blind units are not that really helpful. Is probably they only might be useful in mines. Yes, they are useful in mines, and also with the dark elemental ruins. But this Diablo is, there are better units that you can replace him, but I would just rate Diablo as a B tier for now. So like that. And this Fire Milim. Fire Milim is actually quite really good. It's just that she is going to be your main attacker for the entire team, with something kind of a mechanic like consecutive uses of her arts or 2 arts or her super arts that she can stack. So this Milim is actually whenever you use super arts consecutively, and it will add additional damage to it, that can be maxed up to something like a 500,000% if I'm not mistaken, then this Milim is going to be your best attacker. It's just that it doesn't do any debuff to the enemy, it doesn't do any buff to all allies, but she is going to be your main attacker and also a breaker unit. And consider that she is really good, but I'm going to rank her as a B next to, next to Diablo. And now we're down with our best boy, the Demon Lord Rimuru, the best unit for the entire Slime units. He is the best debuffer for the entire game that can reduces the enemy damage resistance that can be stuck, which is really insane already. I'm not going to say anything to this unit because this is really crazy and strong, and I would, yeah, the best of all the best unit for the entire crossover. So it's going to be a must-have. If there is another list here, I would say I would on top of it, but this is just for the S, A, B, and C. I would say higher than this, but yeah, she deserves to be at the S tier or the SS tier at the top. But yeah, all right, Valduro, probably your best unit for Earth units, because yeah, I think Valdora is Valdora is going to be the first Earth unit for the slime, and yeah, he is the best. He have the best animations that for the entire game, and also he does buff your allies with ignore the enemy's defense, and that is really quite strong for the game. And yeah, he is the first Earth team, so he could be your best damage dealer for your team, for the entire team, with some ignore defense mechanic, which is really cool. And he is a dragon unit, and there is a place for him to be, to be a good unit in mines and also some in earth elemental ruins, and he might be helpful with that way. All right, so we're down with our girl Shuna. Shuna is actually your healer and another light unit healer with something kind of a revive mechanic with her kit with some cleanse, which is really good. It's just that she doesn't have any black or blocking resistance, is a blocking status resistance, unlike our human form Rimuru here. She could probably the best unit to replace Rimuru. Just so happen that she doesn't have the blocking status resistance like our human form Rimuru here. So Shuna is going to be a next to Valdora, an A tier. She can possibly your best unit for somewhat as in some cases. Alright, Shizu. I do have Shizu in my JP account, so I am 100% confident to the place that I could place this Shizu. Shizu is actually a sub attacker that both provide some damage and also fire resistance to the enemy, and also boost your allies' archgauge in an instance. And the only thing that downside of this user is that she is only good for fire units. So I am really confident that I could rank next to Diablo. Shizu is actually going to be the best unit. It's just that she is just a limited unit for fire units. So if you want some kind of fire nukes, then this Shizu is probably going for you. But since that is just for her kit to buff the fire unit, so yeah, I am 100% confident that Shizu is possibly your that this Shizu is going to be a B tier. Alright, so we're down to the last unit that we have. We have the Samurai or Japanese style version of Rimuru here. Okay, this kind of Japanese version, this Japanese version style of Rimuru is actually looking pretty good. It has a good damage. It has also kind of some support attacker in her kit that can boost your allies' archgauge, especially for demon units or dark units. And yeah, it's just that no one can replace this our demon lord Rimuru here than this Japanese style version of Rimuru. So I would place this Japanese style version Rimuru as an 8 tier. So that's it. So this is going to be my final list for the tier list of the Tensura units. I think that's pretty much it. If you find yourself still at the end of the video, then give us a like and subscribe if you're new to the game, and no, let me know your thoughts at the comment section. That's it for now, and have a good one. Later.